Hi, my name is Greggy Gilmore. My colleague Helen and I are just about to apply to do a presentation at this year's Communication Matters Conference. The conference takes place at Leeds University between the 8th and 10th of September. I have been to the conference for the past 6 years in a row, and I really enjoy it. I have presented many times, but this year the way that you have to apply to do a presentation is a bit different. Helen and I are going to show you how we are going to apply. We hope this helps. First, you need to decide on the type of presentation that you want to do. Do you want to do a platform presentation? This is where you talk to the audience. This could be done on your own or as a small group talking to the room. You can show a piece of film or photos as part of your presentation. You could do a poster presentation, which is where you do all your work before the conference, and you bring your poster with you. You will be given a set time to display your poster, and during this time attendees will be able to read your work and ask you questions about it. You can also present your idea as a lightning talk. This is a new type of presentation where you only have 15 PowerPoint slides, which automatically change every 25 seconds. Each presentation lasts 6.25 minutes.
Gregor and I are now going to show you how to apply to do a presentation at the Communication Matters Conference. So if you type in Communication Matters Conference into Google, you'll get this website and this page. You then want to go to the call for papers. So click here and another page will open. This gives you information about the abstract submission deadline being the 26th of April, the 3 different areas that you have to consider whether your presentation applies to one of them, the different formats of the presentations, and how to submit an abstract. There's help on this page with the phone number and the email address of the Communication Matters office, and there's also guidelines written that you get access to when you click on Submit an Abstract. Here you go, and there's more information here on the formats of the presentation, but this is where you find the guidelines. Click on here and then you can gain more information about how to submit a paper, and you've got a link to the YouTube video that Martin Pistorius did about how to deliver a talk for AAC users, which I think could be useful for anyone who's doing a presentation of Communication Matters. So these are submission guidelines. But what Gregor and I are going to show you is how to do through this film. It's just to show you how to do it rather than just read about it. So the first thing you need to do is log in. And as with most logins, you need to have an email address. Oh, actually, So we need to do a new user. Okay, fill all this in. And here, are you attending the conference to present this paper? It may be that you have lots of people down as authors for the presentation that you're doing, and only one or two of them are attending the conference and presenting the paper. So that's where you have to decide here. So I am attending the conference, so I'm putting yes. Oh, country. United Kingdom for me. Save. Okay, so I'm now a new user. I can go to submissions. And what I need to do is add new. So then you need to decide that you're going to do an abstract submission. You're not an exhibitor, so you're going to click on that. Then you need to decide if it's going to be a platform presentation, a poster presentation, or a lightning talk. We're going to do a platform presentation. Then you need to decide which of the 3 topic areas you're being asked to consider does your presentation fit best into, and ours fits best into personal stories and preferences. We then need to add additional authors. And what you need to remember is you need to get permission from everybody that you ask everybody before you add their name as an additional author. You have to click here to say that you've asked their and that you've received their permission, so that you can share their personal data with the conference, as it says here. Okay, so I'm just going to click that now. That's where you would add new to add additional authors. The title of our presentation is What Next? To keep people intrigued. And then you've got the abstract, which is to tell people about the topic of what you're going to talk about or present. And you can use up to 300 words to do that. At any point, if you're unsure as you're going through this form, you can click on the question mark and it will give you a little bit more information about how to fill that block in. So it'll say, it says here, a minimum of 150 words and a maximum of 300. So you can type in here, or you can go and find something that's already been typed up in, say, Word, and copy it into here. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to paste it, and that's in there. I've got a spelling mistake there, but I can come back and change it any time. Then, if you've got a book or a journal article or a magazine article, anything that's been really useful that you've read that has helped you with your abstract, you can put that in as a reference, but you don't need to. It may be that you haven't used anything that's helped with your abstract, it's all your personal experience. So I can put that in. That actually needs a date, so I need to add that. So what I can do is do save and continue later. Okay, so then it comes up, what next? Personal stories, preferences, incomplete. So you can have a look at it again. Just check what you think. Go to next. Are there planned opportunities for audience engagement? And you click yes. We will give people the opportunity to ask questions. And it might be that you have activities that you want people to do, or that you've got resources to take in, or you want people to complete a flip chart, something like that. Then you need to think about which level your presentation is at. So does it require any knowledge of AAC, no knowledge, or is it quite specialist? So I think we'll put down ours as a general session, because it probably does need to have some experience of AAC to understand what your AAC users would want to move on to next. The age group, I think it would be appropriate for all ages to listen to, might be more particularly relevant to adults, but hopefully all ages will be interested. And is this a sponsored presentation? So sponsored papers are those which have been supported by commercial suppliers of AAC or assistive technology products. If your paper is sponsored, please indicate here and give details of the sponsor in the text box below. So our presentation isn't sponsored, so we'll do that. So we'll now do, if we'd finished everything and I didn't want to change the abstract and sort the spelling out in it, I would then press save and submit and it would go off. Otherwise I press save and continue later. And you can then go back to it at any time and change it. But once you've pressed save and submit, it will be too late to change it. You can't go in and change it at all, and that's when you've submitted it. So we've clicked submit and it's now changed to complete. And that's the end of the submission process. And you then wait to hear an email response to your application from Communication Matters later on.
We hope you found this video helpful and thank you for listening.